What's up, everybody? It's Randy Gardner with Craft Beer Nation coming back at you again with another craft beer review. Tonight, I'm going to be reviewing AleSmith's Hammerhead Speedway Stout. This is their base Speedway Stout, but they added some espresso and coffee to it. So, whenever espresso isn't enough, put a little more coffee in it just to put it over the edge. Now, I'm going to start out by saying, that I think the base Speedway Stout, in my opinion, is one of my favorite base stouts. Not anything done to it, no barreling, no additional flavors done to it. Just a base stout. Base Speedway is just one of the best that you can get, in my opinion. And so whenever they come out with variants to this beer and add different things to it, you can only expect that it's going to be even better because AleSmith has a reputation for brewing great beer. The base Speedway style, as I said, is already amazing in its own right. So making it better is only going to make it better. So let's get this beer in the glass so I can show you what it look like, what it smell like, and what it rate like, and what it tastes like. So here we go. Had some nice smoke on the pour. There we go right there. So as you can see, as per usual, total noob move on my behalf. Didn't rinse my glass out, but that's okay. Uh, that didn't help. Anyway, you can see completely jet black beer. About a finger of a truly khaki colored head. I don't know how that's coming across on the camera, but for me, it's truly a khaki colored head. Um, it's a little, I should have probably let this beer sit out a little bit to warm up because I know the flavors. This is one of those beers where the flavors definitely improves as it warms up a little bit. Get it around 55 degrees, and it's going to be a beautiful beer. But nonetheless, the reputation for this beer precedes it. So I know what it's going to be, or at least I think I know what it's going to be. So yeah, let me get a nose on this. So I'm not sure how to tell the difference between the smell of espresso and the smell of coffee, and I'm not even sure if it was necessary to put both espresso and coffee in the beer, but in comparison to the regular base Speedway stout, I'm getting a lot of, you guessed it, coffee. Like I said, I don't know what the distinction is between coffee and espresso, but I'm getting a lot of coffee on the nose, characteristic roasted malts, and in a strange kind of way, I'm also smelling like what seems to be like a little tiny bit of oak, which I wasn't really expecting because this beer hasn't spent any time in barrels. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays on the palate. So nonetheless, let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Oh man, so much coffee. So I'm guessing that's where the espresso comes in, right? Because espresso is typically like a really, much stronger coffee flavor than just regular old coffee, and the espresso plays a massive role here in the taste. Very full-bodied beer, just short of viscous, um, full mouthfeel. Coffee notes just come up front, pitch a tent, and then they wrap up and leave. And then somehow they come back and say, "Oh, I think we forgot to put the fire out, so let's hang around a little bit longer." And so that coffee flavor just kind of stays there a little bit with you. Oh man, this is a really good beer. Everything is right. Everything is right here in my opinion. The base, the coffee, the mouthfeel, the lingering finish, um, the appearance, the aroma. Um, it's not boozy. It's alcohol, but it's not boozy. Um, I usually associate booziness with being kind of undesirable, unless obviously you're drinking like a massive, I don't know, Black Tuesday or something like that, right? Where Black Tuesday Reserve is going to be 20.5%. But this is a 12% beer, and it's appropriately warm. I mean, you gotta expect that from a 12% beer. It's warm and it's appropriately so. But yeah, everything is right about this beer. I don't know how AleSmith does this as far as quantities go, but man, if you are in the San Diego area and you know have access to get some of this beer, whew, do yourself a favor and please go and get it and trade hype it up, size it up, and tell people that I got this beer you need to try and demand some good stuff for it in a trade. Yeah. Now you, this is one of those beers where you take a sip and you almost want to chew it. So good, so good. So, you know, like I said, with the base Speedway Stout being, you know, one of my favorites of the style, this espresso and coffee just took it up a whole nother notch, and this is a solid 4.5 caps, 4.5 CBN caps for the AleSmith Hammerhead Speedway Stout, coming in at 12% ABV. So, yeah. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.